Peace and blessings, everyone. Peace and blessings to the universe. All praises go to the Most High. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. If you are new to my channel, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. I am Queen Ashe. Yes, that's my name, Queen. Also hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified every time I post a video. So, in Yoruba, spirituality, and Ifa, okay, the Yoruba believe that everything that happens in Aye, which is the world, everything that happens in Aye is first manifested in Orun. Orun is the heavens, okay? That's the other realm. And then you get these spirits, certain spirits live in between realms while you're living on this side of the realm. And there's other realms, okay, and dimensions. So Yoruba culture is based on kinship. I remember a lot of us used to say kin. I don't even hear people say kin like they used to. And if you go back and you look at the word kin, it goes all the way back to the Hebrews, okay, to the Jews. The word kin, it means cousin. It means relative. So let me give y'all a little backstory on that. When I was in third grade, my teacher would come and check our papers, and she's like, "What is this?" I'm like, "That's kin." She's like, "What is that?" I said, it means cousin, aunt, whatever you want to, like, relative. She says, "Well, instead of putting kin, put cousin or relative." She says, "So we'll know exactly what it is." And I felt so weird because I'm like, this is how we speak, and I have to go change my words. And she was from Kentucky. And it's so crazy. She had the first government name as me. So, yes, her first name was my government name. So, that being said, when you talk about the word kin, I always remember that derived from your ancestors. That's custom to you. We don't say a lot of things that we used to say that if you go back, it goes back to ancient texts, okay? To ancient languages. And no one else speaks like this but us, okay? So, yes, Yoruba culture is based on kinship. When you go through spirituality and you tap in, the universe is going to direct you to what spirituality you're supposed to lean towards. What spirituality is in your blood. Your ancestors are going to come forward, okay? And your ancestors are for you. They're not against you. The ancestors are what you call angels, okay? There's so many primordial beings, okay? You just have to understand. So in Yoruba, we believe in Atunwa. That right there is reincarnation. Don't you believe in reincarnation? Because we're all sent here and then we go to that waiting place until we're delivered. We came through the darkness to get to the light. Always remember that. As you sit up in that womb, up in your mom's belly, that right there is the darkness. As soon as you come out, you are in the light, right? And a lot of people think, oh, the light is so good, the light is so good. But let me tell you what the light does. The light is being awakened. That's what light is, okay? When you come into the light, you see all things. That's why they say you're born into sin, okay? Because you see all things, the light. And as long as you're in the dark, excuse me. Ooh, I just got up. I just rose, so my voice a little scratchy, y'all. But as long as you can hear me and understand, just follow me, okay? So, kinship is very important in spirituality. I don't care what spirituality you're in. I'm not talking about religion. I'm talking about spirituality. Religion, you choose religion. Spirituality chooses you. That's how this works because it's the universe. The universe knows. The universe knows your existence. The universe knows where you come from. The universe knows. So God is the universe, okay? God is the universe. He is the worker of all these things. He created the path, okay? So a lot of people you go to and you be like, hey, you're like talking about the universe, and they think that you're on a whole different level. But really, you're just talking about God and everything that He does. That's the universe. And everything He created, that's the universe, right? Okay? In Yoruba spirituality, we also believe that, it is your destiny to incarnation, okay? That is your destiny. And when we reincarnate, we are being sent on a path. And a lot of us don't follow that path. That's why we have a lot of imbalances in our life, because we're getting off track. And that's the way the spirit puts you right back on track. So just know this. We are ancestors. We are our ancestors being reincarnated. And until you wake up, till you tap in and you pass that test, that's when you're going to stop regenerating, reincarnating. That's when you're going to stop coming back to this place, and you're going to get on a higher level. You're going to get those wings, okay? So this is why when you step into Ifa, Yoruba spirituality, this is why it's important to tap in, because in Yoruba spirituality, it's all about remembering your chosen destiny. It's all about remembering who you are and what was forgotten, okay? What was forgotten through trauma or rebirth. You see that? What was forgotten through the trauma and rebirth. That's when you have to learn your destiny so that you can stay on the right path. No, not knowing your future. You're learning what your destiny is. And as soon as you wake up, you tap in, your mind expands. And your mind knows that you are the universe, that the universe surrounds you, that everything is the universe, okay? So here, everywhere, He's known as God, right? God. God. But God has many names. You can't tell someone that they're wrong, okay? Long as they're not calling a deity God. You can't be like, oh, you're so wrong. As long as they know that source is God. Source is God. Oh, man. Because when you go back to ancient texts, God is called Allah. Allah with an E. A lot of people don't know this. He's called Allah with an E. And then later, it was changed to Allah with an A. And then when you go to different cultures and everything, you got to remember that the languages change, that the languages get different. So this is the reason why God has many names. You see that, Allah? Yes, and you see this? Allah is unity. God is unity. Because God, or Ro, the Ashe of God, or Ro, passes into the physical realms and becomes Allah. Allah, formless Ashe ready to manifest. He becomes a force. And in this force, there is balance. Okay? So just know that God has many names. So don't go around cursing people and getting angry with people because they're using different forms of God's name. It's just one source, okay? And this one source controls the whole universe. God, Allah. Because in Yoruba spirituality, we understand. We understand that there is one divine source, that there is one God. We understand that with this one God, Allah, with this one God, that He created even the most highest beings. We understand that He created everything in Orun, the invisible realm, okay, in the heavens. He created everything. Because when you go to the plants and the trees, everything is alive. God is living through it. God is living through the cosmos. He's just traveling. God don't stop traveling because He is a force of energy, okay? And balancing these forces, that harmony at the universal societal, individual level is achieved. Yes, with these balances and forces, which is Allah, God, you can achieve, okay, the highest level. So tap in, start living. This is what I mean. You can't just exist, because as long as you're existing, you're just sitting there. You can exist and go to work every day and be programmed. And that's just existing because you're on the same schedule every day. That's programming, okay? When you start living, that's that ashe, okay? That power, that energy, that elah, that force, that formless ashe ready to manifest. You see that? So always go to force, elah, God, source. And that's how you tap in. That's how you get started, because the universe is going to always play a hand. It's all about unity in the universe. Okay? The universe don't ever stop working. Just know that. The universe is always at play. And as long as you're tapped in, you go to source first. Source is going to always direct you. You don't have to ask for direction. God is just going to give it to you. So know that God is everything, okay? And the rest falls into place is exactly what I mean. The rest falls in place. Whew. So balance is very, very important. And don't forget about the duality of it all, because nothing's perfect, okay? You need that yin and that yang to complete this mission. I am Queen Ashe. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Y'all have a great day or night wherever you are. And it's one love. I am Queen Ashe. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe.